The story of a dream come true. It was 1996. Two engineers, an industrial engineer and a civil engineer, didn't know, and it had never even crossed their minds that their story and that of thousands of people would change as a result of them meeting. Both of them shared the passion and the desire to become the creators and masters of their own destiny. He, a sports fan, and she, a lover of independence, met at Los Andes University, where they had enrolled to study an MBA. Once there, they put their tastes, skills, and talent together in a dissertation project that didn't just sit on the shelves of the university library, but became a company that brings together thousands of people who love fitness. Gigiola Aicardi and Nicolas Loaiza, the protagonists of this story, started out as most entrepreneurs do, eagerly but with not much cash in their pockets. The corner of 7th Avenue and 63rd Street in the city of Bogotá was the place they chose to open a gym that would give them the opportunity to make a living out of what they loved the most: sports and fitness. Standing on this strategic corner day and night, they counted the cars, the people, and the buses, but they still didn't have the money to open their business. They put together their savings, mortgaged their parents' homes, and started with a small capital. Then they started to ask for more money, because what they had wasn't enough. They knocked on the doors of several banks, but none of them would listen to their proposal. This was only natural, because the country was experiencing one of the worst financial crises of all time, and there simply wasn't room in the bankers' minds for the idea of building a gym. However, someone told them to go to the National Guarantee Fund. Visiting this organisation was practically their last resort, and just like sunrise, they suddenly saw a light emerging from the darkness. Wilson Eduardo Suarez, a sales representative at the fund, welcomed them into his office, listened to them, and then visited them at their office. In other words, the coffee shop at the supermarket on the corner opposite to what is now their company. A napkin, a cup of coffee, and a small snack were the witnesses to the birth of a great and proud 100% Colombian company. With the money ready, and even more enthusiastically, they contacted the owner of the establishment located on the famous corner, but she didn't believe in the project either. However, like all good entrepreneurs, they insisted relentlessly, and as the saying goes, persistence pays off. She finally gave in, and they signed the lease. Full of expectations, like the parents with the birth of their child, on the 9th of February 1998, and in the presence of friends, curious onlookers, passers-by, guests, and some members, they opened the first BODYTECH Sports Health Club. The two engineers' most optimistic forecasts were to have 800 members in 3 months, but to their surprise, 1,800 people wanted to join in the first month. They discovered that there were more people like them who love sports and looking and feeling better every day. With these numbers in mind, and while everyone was still celebrating the opening of the Chapinero branch, Nicolas was already thinking of a new, equally strategic location for his business, in a different part of the city. This is how the Cedritos branch opened its doors in the year 2000. 1 year later, they tried to franchise the third branch, located in Colina, in Bogotá, but this strategy failed. So since then, every BODYTECH branch has operated under a single operating and service model. With 3 gyms, BODYTECH had what many large companies envied: a board of directors of the highest level, with chairpeople and directors from some of the most important companies in the country. They contributed new insights and in some cases funds to keep expanding the business. As a result, business partners and friends who had fallen in love with the project and who identified themselves with the aim to improve people's quality of life through exercise became part of the company. Bogotá started to feel small for them at the time, which is why they decided to offer their services in other cities in the country. The residents of Cartagena were the first lucky ones to benefit from the construction of a gym in the touristic and residential sector of Boca Grande. One by one, more branches were opened, generating a positive impact on the cities and their residents. As it opened new gyms in Colombia, the company's new objective was to conquer Latin America, So in 2008, and with the support of the SEAF Investment Fund, BODYTECH arrived in Peru. And in 2012, thanks to the injection of capital by Teca Capital, the company arrived in Chile to acquire 70% of Sports Life Shares, the leading fitness chain in the country. Like in any dream, there are people who believe, who identify themselves with the dream, and who actively become a part of it. The dream of BODYTECH, like many others, wouldn't have been possible without the entrepreneurial spirit of its founders and unconditional support of its people. Professionals who love exercise and wake up every day with the sole purpose of being part of the dreams of everyone who visits the gyms in Colombia, Peru, and Chile. These people work under a unique philosophy in the fitness industry, based on what matters to us, which is the well-being and development of our team, the profitability and value of the company, the sustainable growth of the region, and of course, supporting our customers' dreams and health. The dream is still very much alive, and the goal is still to conquer the region. The entrepreneurs are targeting new countries, and many of us sitting here today will surely witness it.